Yeah, experience capitalization came on board back in 2016 December, when I was among the participants who attended the training in Rwanda, Kigali, which was facilitated by CTA, people from CTA. And we happened to receive a 4 days training about the experience capitalization idea and the approach and the process, how it goes. And it's something that interested part of us because from our programs, some of the staffs, including me and our stakeholders, appear to be a participant in that particular training. So after that training, we were so excited to know about it, the approach and the process, and that's why we saw, as our program is and how it is structured, we needed it. So just after the training, 3 months later, that was February in the next following year, that is 2017, we started seeing how, we started strategizing how we can start it in our own organization. Maybe let me say that the institutionalizing process of experience capitalization emanated with the struggle as an organization we have had with reflecting, understanding and reporting of our program implementation plans, activities, output results and outcomes, especially in looking how we can capture lessons and also share the lessons with other stakeholders and widely at the nation, especially the activities that we have been engaged with our farmers. So experience capitalization coming on board was one of the things we were looking forward as to start. We saw there was a need to train our staffs and our stakeholders to know what is it by experience capitalizations, and to our own context, what can we do to apply it. So I myself, with my boss, Mr. Muhoni, who is producer empowerment and market linkage specialist, who also attended the program, and 2 service providers who are working at our program as consultants, we organized ourselves to see how we can disseminate this knowledge we have about experience capitalizations to the rest of the staffs, but again to our stakeholders. So we called for a workshop. It was meant for M&E activities, but we set time aside to see how we can share experience capitalization idea when we have a meeting with them. So we organized a workshop of around 106 stakeholders from all over our local government authorities where they work with a group of farmers. So we set 3 days of training. So I myself pioneered it. It was not a very easy thing to start because, you know, it's something that we never had experience and we never had knowledge of how to start it. But what we did is we asked for a support from CTA, and CTA were ready to support us with how we could do it and support us with manuals and guidelines. So I myself, with the support from other 2 people, who one is my boss and the other is a consultant, so we shared what it is and how it can benefit us in terms of capturing these best practices, reporting the knowledge we have and understand from the work we do. I can say the achievement that I saw immediately as an outcome of this knowledge to our service providers, our service providers have improved in the way they have been sharing their stories, the way they have been presenting their stories, as far as their capturing of the lessons is concerned. At the organization level, we have seen that experience capitalization by itself is a knowledge. It's a field. It's a toolkit that is of its own, but it cannot work by itself sometimes, because as for our case, it came when the program had already started. So use so much effort to see where it plugs in. So as to make it very useful, make it more practical, we saw that there is a need to link it with M&E, with monitoring and evaluation. So what is next is we are planning to see to make it more resourceful, to see how it can benefit M&E, but use the M&E resources to make sure that it's going. Because most of the projects that are coming to Tanzania funded by IFAD, they always have M&E but not knowledge management and information sharing platform or department where this experience capitalization as far as knowledge is concerned can be plugged in. So we saw it relating so much with M&E. So what is next is we are trying to see, because our program is almost phasing out, and we are trying to see, of course, the extension talks still going on. So we are planning in the upscale of our project to make sure that there is a component of experience capitalization or knowledge management and information sharing department that is closely working with M&E. But again, we have seen that it's very important that wherever we have these programs coming, to see or to have a pool of people who can see how this experience capitalization plugged in or structured in the planning of any program or project coming.